Keeping up with the motto, let learning be a joy and teaching a pleasure, here we are with a remote learning and teaching process to bridge the gap. Happy learning to all dear students.
Students, today we'll continue with the lesson field visit. In the previous PPT, we had learned about what is field visit, what is the importance of field visit, what are the aims and objectives of field visit, which are the places we can take the students for the field visit, what type of precaution we should take when we go out for a field visit, how to manage with the litter at the places of field visit, and then finally we had also learned about writing report. Today we are going to continue the lesson by telling you about the students of Naldur school were taken to the field visit by their teacher to place like Raigad. They had travelled all the way from Naldur to Raigad, and we'll see what type of experience they had got while travelling to all the places. The school has engaged a special bus from a state transport for this purpose. Rahul and his classmates have organized this visit under the teacher's guidance. Let us find out how the students are experiencing the changes occurring in relief, soil, vegetation and human settlement as they travel from Naldur to Alibag region. Now, after completing their journey from Naldur, they have reached to Solapur. Children have their breakfast at Solapur and lunch near Sihagarh Fort in Pune. This is a map of Maharashtra showing you the journey of children from Naldug region to Raigad. They begin from Naldug, they go to Solapur, then to Satara, Pune, and finally they reach Raigad. While traveling, the teacher asks the students to observe the following things like relief, water bodies, vegetation, soil, agriculture, human settlement and settlement pattern. Now, they could find the following things like undulating topography at some places in between, and also they could find the plain regions. The children were able to find or see the agricultural land where cultivation was done, and even they could see small settlements along the roadsides. The children are in the southern part of the Balaghat ranges. They are the eastern offshoots of the Sahyadris. Now children come to the rural areas and they could find the different settlement pattern as well as housing pattern. The houses are in a straight line along the road. The wall of the houses are made of clay while they use mud and wood to make the roof of the houses. In this area, children could find the dry grass was being grown, and even they could see the trees which have shed their leaves. These trees which shed their leaves in a particular season, they are called as deciduous trees, or the forest is called as deciduous forest. Such type of forest is found in the places where the rainfall is moderate and they get less water. After their journey from the rural area, they have reached Solapur city. In urban areas, the population density is high in Solapur. They could see multi-storied houses over there, and they are made from mixture of cement, sand, rubbles and water. They are constructed using bricks. Shops with modern amenities like shopping malls, big restaurants are found along the roadside in Solapur city, and this region is a developed region. Later on, children were able to see the Ujni Dam, which was built on river Bhima. This dam is mainly used for supplying drinking water. It is also used for power generation, fishing, irrigation, etc. After travelling from an undulating plain, children have reached the rugged topography with the hills. Yes, this is a high hill with a high altitude. Yes, we are talking about the Sihagarh Fort. Children have reached Sihagarh Fort now. This is a hill fort as it has been built on a hill. This was built with a view of security and to keep an eye on the surrounding region. The previous fort which they had seen was the Naldur fort. That fort was built on the land, but this fort is built on a hilly region. The water body that you can see in front is the reservoir of Khadakwasla Dam, which serves water to the area in and around Pune. This is called Devtek tank, which is also known as a sacred tank. Water coming from a natural spring gets stored in this tank. Even today, this tank serves water to all the people and all the year round who stay at this fort. We also could find that children have visited Pune now, and in this Pune, Tulsi Bagh and Mahatma Phule market are very famous. There are also wholesale and retail markets in this Pune area, and children are now, along with their teachers, going for shopping in this market area. Next morning, after breakfast, the children proceed to Alibag. They are on Mumbai Pune Expressway. They could also find that the change in relief again. They are going to stop at Rajmachi Point near Lonavala. These are the hill slopes on the Western Ghat. They call these hilly areas as Sayadris. From here, you can observe the difference in the slopes, that is, it has gentle slope to the east and steep slope towards the west. Towards the west, we also could see there are many cliffs and waterfalls. Children are crossing the Ghat section and now they are reaching Khopoli. They have come to the Bor Ghat, which is also known as the Khandala Ghat, which is in the Western Ghat. Here we can find the forest is thick and they have got evergreen trees. After this, they will be going to the western coastal plains of India. Now children are on their way to Alibag. As they are nearing Alibag, they are experiencing the changes in the temperature. They could experience a lot of humidity in the atmosphere, and this was because they were very close to the water body. As they have reached Alibag, first they decided to go to Talati office. They wanted to gather the information on the basis of the questionnaire which they had prepared in the school. They wanted to ask questions related to type of crops grown in that region, type of soil, cultivation of fruits and other cash crops. They also wanted to know about land revenue which is collected, land under irrigation, watershed program and other occupations in the village. Children were also able to see a fort, and this fort was in water. This fort is built on a wave-cut platform. Because it is surrounded by water, it is called as a sea fort. Earlier, these forts were built for the security of the seas. There are many such forts on the western coast. We also know about the Sindhudurg and Janjira fort which were built in water. And here in this picture in Alibag, we also could find there's a wave cut platform. The occupation carried in this area was a primary occupation. Initially, fishing was the main occupation. Later on, agriculture was also practiced in this region but far away from the seashore. Children spent some time on the beaches and then after sunset they returned back to their lodges. They discussed important points to compile to their field visit report. After returning to their lodges, they had their dinner and rested for a night at Alibag. Next day in the morning, they had their breakfast and left for their return journey. Children enjoyed a lot during their field visit, and after coming back home, they had shared their experience with their parents and their friends. So children, we have completed the lesson.